So I got a good Super Bowl quote for you guys today. Ready?
Yup.
Archie Griffin said, "It's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog."
Cody's corner. Sorry, I thought you had that.
Listen, we got to spread the love today. There's a whole lot to give. Hello, everybody, and welcome officially to Cody's Corner. Cody's week-by-week hot takes on who's going to get the W. It's an important W this week, might I say.
So important.
Look.
That you had to dress up for the occasion.
Listen, the people can't see me. I'm not in front of a camera or nothing, but I put it on today. Got a little suit, got a little watch, tie on. My little slacks and whatnot got set aside. No one else joined the party. Got my Giants jersey to the left of me. My co-host, Petey.
What's up?
We got the man with the stats. Showed up early today, might I add.
Oh, yeah.
Was on top of it.
Let's call him Punctual D.
Ooh, wicked. David on the show.
What's going on, everybody?
Hey, man. Yo, David's sounding extra crispy in the headphones today. Oh, my God. Today's going to be a good day. Welcome to Super Bowl weekend, guys. This is a big one.
It's a long time coming.
This is the one I've been waiting for. Look, not to toot my own horn, right? I started the show in week
11?
11. It was like the end of September. So this is my first Super Bowl, man. Can we clap that up? It's the first Super Bowl. I'm happy to be here. That's why I sat and wore a suit.
That's right.
Okay? It wasn't for y'all. It was for me.
There you go.
Okay? It feels like it's supposed to be my birthday or something. I don't know. But we got a fun show for you guys today. Tuned in, gonna see what's new, what's fun. I got a question for you guys just to start off. Get the ball rolling a little bit. I feel like it's gonna get a little, help the shoulders shrug a little bit, ease out, see what's going on today. So, obviously, this is Super Bowl 58.
Super full.
That's what they were calling Nick Foles during the Super Bowl.
Super full. That's not what they were calling him. I don't think we can say what they were calling him.
This is Super Bowl 58.
Do you remember what they were calling him?
No.
You don't remember what they were calling Nick Foles after he won the chip?
All I remember is they were flipping cars over and lighting things on fire. I don't remember.
They were calling him Big Something Nick.
Oh, whoa. Yo, Petey, this is a family show.
I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
On the Super Bowl?
That's what they called him on the Super Bowl.
Right after the intro, Petey.
What better time?
Right after the intro.
What better time?
Anyway, hey, man. I mean, he deserved it after that W. But
yeah.
Speaking about W's, I wanted to talk to you guys about this. So this is Super Bowl 58. What do you think was your favorite Super Bowl in the last 5 years? And I got that information for you guys today, right? So the 2018 to 2019 season was in Atlanta. New England beat the Rams 13-3. 19 to 20 was in Miami. Kansas City beat San Francisco 31-20, which was the last time that Kansas City lined up against San Francisco. 2021, you had Tampa Bay beat Kansas City in Tampa Bay 31-9. That was Tom Brady's last W.
Yep.
You got 21-22. The Rams beat the Bengals 23-20. Matt Stafford got his first chip. Odell got his first chip. It was in LA. That was a fun one too. Or last year, you had Kansas City beat Philly 38-35 in Arizona.
That one felt good.
It felt good because Philly lost?
Yeah.
It always feels nice when Philly loses.
Yeah, I don't know why.
But I have to say my favorite one was probably seeing the Rams beat the Bengals.
Yeah.
You know me, big Cooper Kupp fan.
Yeah. There was all that hype around Joe Burrow at the time. He showed up with the little Cartiers on.
It was nice to see Stafford win, though.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
He deserved it. But you know what else? I'm going to actually say, I sound like a Chiefs hater, but I'm really not, though, I swear. I liked when Tampa Bay beat Kansas City in Tampa Bay. The story had just came around perfect. This was Tom Brady's first year out of New England.
It's a perfect script.
And it just happened to be that the team he goes to and then they win at home. Like, that was beautiful. And not for nothing, I happened to go to Florida, like, right after that for something. There's Tampa Bay Super Bowl champion signs everywhere. I was in the ambiance of what was Tampa Bay right after that, and I felt it a little extra. Nice. You feel me? Like, it was just cool.
Did they play that?
AB won a Super Bowl on that team.
Right.
He caught that one touchdown pass. It was nice to see Antonio Brown win a ring.
Is that the same game he took off his shirt in the end zone?
No. That was regular season. The next season, I believe.
It was like one of the final games.
He was he playing the Jets actually?
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was playing
the Jets.
And I remember he had a white jersey. He threw his whole pad into the stand. I remember that. But he had won a chip that day. So I'm going to say my favorite was Tampa Bay, Kansas City for sure.
When Tampa Bay won it, that game sucked though.
It was not a
nice story.
Game by any means.
Did they played down in Tampa Bay?
Yes, it was in Tampa Bay.
How many teams have won a chip in their stadium?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm sure David could look that up right now for us.
Work.
Speaking about stadiums, though, I got another topic to talk about, and you're going to like this one. Ready? I don't know if you heard about this. They announced it as well. I'm pretty sure they spoke about it on the Pat McAfee show. Shout out Pat McAfee. But so, because of the Super Bowl arrangements, the 49ers were not practicing in the home stadium where the Raiders play. That's where the Chiefs are practicing throughout the week, right?
Okay.
And where the Raiders play is where the Super Bowl is going to be, obviously. So the Chiefs are practicing in the home stadium, right?
There's only two teams.
Only two teams that have ever won in their Super Bowl?
And we just spoke about them, the Bucks and the Rams.
Huh. Oh, that's right. Oh, wow. So it's only happened twice ever? And both happened in the last 5 years.
Wow.
That's crazy. That's nuts. Wow.
Is that not back-to-back years?
No, one skip. Oh, no, you're right. You're right.
Back-to-back years.
Back-to-back. Super Bowl.
Yeah,
wow.
2020, 2021. Yep.
Whoa.
Super Bowl 55 and 56. Wow. So it's not going to happen for another, 200 years, I guess, right? It's like a snake draft. It's going to, just stretch all the way out.
Now 50 straight of nobody winning at home.
Right.
Let's put it in MetLife. Nobody's going to win it there.
Oh, but, hey, the World Cup is going to be in MetLife. So,
hey,
we
can talk about that.
We can talk about that a little bit, but I want to get into this really quick.
Yeah.
So, the Chiefs get to practice in Raiders Stadium for the week before the Super Bowl, which is where the Super Bowl is taking place, whatever. So, what's going on now is the 49ers were allowed to practice in the field for the University of Las Vegas.
UNLV.
UNLV, right? Did you read this article, David? I don't know if you did.
100%.
Okay, you didn't.
Big reader.
So, there's a hardness scale. And the hardness scale is basically how they rate how hard the grass is on your field, whether it be grass or turf, what have you. The average hardness scale rating for a field in the NFL is 78. No field is allowed to be over 100. It's like
MetLife's got to be like a 95.
MetLife has to be at 99. If they blow a little extra wind that day, it might be over for MetLife.
Can't play today.
But so the University of Las Vegas's field was rated at a 70, which is high, right?
But the average is 78.
The average is 78, but that's because some are really bad MetLife, and then most of them are pretty good. The San Francisco's home field is in the 50s. Let's put it like that.
Okay.
Very soft grass to play on, easier to play. So most people in the facilities for San Francisco were livid with the conditions that they had to deal with in the University of Las Vegas. So they contacted the Chiefs. And they said to the Chiefs, hey, is there any way you guys would be willing to change your schedule so that we both get time to practice at Raider Stadium? And what did the Chiefs say?
You want to say it?
No. Do you blame them?
Absolutely not.
No.
That's not up to them where they just so happen to have a good schedule for a better field.
The field was approved.
Right.
It was regulated.
It's still under 100.
So, and it's because the Chiefs have home field advantage. They are the home team essentially, so they earned that right to have the better field.
What's the Raiders field rating?
I'm not sure, but I would love to look that up actually.
Yeah, because I'm thinking if they're complaining about the 70, what if the Raiders are like at a average 78? How much of a difference does that make?
Stadium.
Yeah, that's true. So did MetLife. And that was new at one point. I feel like it's gonna be a tough.
I would love to know this. Hold on, wait, we have to.
You
stop
do that
this for a second.
But
the 9th rated, the Allegiant Stadium is the 9th rated stadium in the league. Oh no, that's something different, I believe.
yeah, on the topic of turf, well, we did find out that the World Cup.
63.
Well,
so it is better.
It's not that much.
but
7
not
points.
by 7 points. So,
But it's. I mean, San Francisco's is better than both of them.
Yeah, but that's not an option.
I'm sure to the players, maybe they're enough for someone
Stay in
to complain
San Fran.
about
Just
it.
practice there.
What do you mean? They have to be here for the Super Bowl, PD.
Just take a flight 2 days before.
That's not how that works, bro. Anyway,
is this practice like week-long practice or like practice?
Yeah, this is like the most important game of most of their entire careers. A lot of them.
So why can't
you never know if you're gonna make it back to the Super Bowl or not?
Why can't they practice in San Fran and just fly out?
I think that it has to do with like being in the area. You don't have to worry about, God forbid, something happened to their flight. Then like you don't want anyone to be late for a Super Bowl.
San Fran to Vegas ain't that far.
I don't know. I feel like, yeah, but if one team has to travel, you know what I mean? Then why don't?
That's a disadvantage for them.
Right. Like if I'm the Kansas City Chiefs, you don't think I'd rather practice? Well, maybe not now because it's probably cold as hell. But
yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, so, but I just think it's the 49ers. Just complaining a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's also a media question.
Yeah,
because obviously it's like it's a Super Bowl in Las Vegas. The media there wants to interact with both teams in the same aspect. You don't want to have to travel back and forth. They want to give that to Las Vegas. I feel like so, and on top of that, I think that's the best way to keep it. I mean, I was gonna say as even as possible, but it's not even for them, I guess, because of the field problem. I don't know, but
well, yeah, on the topic of turf and MetLife. We do have the World Cup coming.
That's true.
Yeah. That's going to be rough.
It was like all those different South American countries, and then they said, East Rutherford, New Jersey.
I mean, it's going to be...
It's so funny that they're trying to sell it as New York.
Yeah,
they're like, it's East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Yo, that... Oh, my God, that traffic. When that
Yo, that traffic is going to be crazy.
Don't ask me to do nothing in that area, son.
That day, I'm the most dedicated soccer fan in the world.
Do not.
In the world. No, how can I go? I have to watch this game.
I
can't go anywhere right now. The game is on.
Do what I did last year. Just walk across the street to the restaurant.
Oh, that's right. That restaurant across the street was playing the World Cup.
Shout out Apis or Apis.
Yes.
They had, I forgot how much it was, but it was like $40-$50. Oh, you can drink mimosa.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you can eat breakfast buffet, brunch.
That was fire that day. I do.
How is that place over there?
If it's not the World Cup, I'm not going.
Oh, okay.
It is pricey.
But you'll go for the World Cup again.
It was a good deal. If they have that same deal, I'm going again.
Yeah.
I love a good deal.
There you go. Well, if you need a deal, there you go. But like on a regular day, like if you were like, oh, I'm in the mood for it, nah.
What is it? It's a pizza spot, right?
Yeah, it's like a high end luxury.
If you're looking for some luxury pizza,
the Mercedes-Benz of pizza spots.
Instead
that mozzarella drives a convertible, bro.
Right.
So talking about MetLife a little more.
Okay.
As we know, terrible turf.
Yeah.
The league complains as a community.
The players
about
complain.
The turf in MetLife.
Yeah.
For the World Cup, they're going to be taking out the turf and putting in real grass.
Really?
Can they leave it there?
That's the question.
There's no shot they put it there and they don't leave it there, bro.
What do you think?
What are they going to take it back and be like, all right, game's over, and just pick it back up?
Well, I tell you what, this would be a great opportunity to put some money into maybe some new turf and stuff like that. I'm sure that all the players would agree to that, right?
Well, look,
yeah.
I saw this stat. I remember right after Aaron Rodgers got hurt, they said publicly, it would cost MetLife Stadium about $12 million to change the field to turf.
That's nothing.
So they probably assume we're going to accumulate that revenue in the finals of the World Cup alone. And then that's why they can pay for the turf. That's probably what I think. On a business standpoint, that's what I would assume. On ticket sales, on merch, on this and that. On all the little... You ever been to American Dream and you get the little scan for parking? Boop, boop, all that.
American
Dream? Woody don't got $12 million?
Yeah, he doesn't because his pillows are made of ostrich feathers. And he sits on a cloud made of the misery that is the New York Jets fan base. And that you can't put a price on, David.
He can't afford new turf when he has...
My tie is loosening.
He can't afford the new turf when his bed has to be so comfortable.
Yeah, right. I feel like Woody Johnson comes out of bed like Ebenezer Scrooge.
He actually has a rope tied from his ceiling because he sinks so much into the bed that he has to
keep him up.
He has to pull himself up in the morning. Because if you walk into the room, you don't see him laying down. He's sunken in.
I just found out. Did you know that there's a bigger bed than a California king?
Even bigger than that?
There's an Alaskan king.
Is it colder?
You gotta run to get out of that bed, bro.
That's what he has.
Alaskan king.
And you gotta look it up. An Alaskan king bed. It's bigger than a California king.
Sounds like a show or the Alaskan king.
That does sound like a show.
Where the Alaskan king bed.
He's got like a polar
He
bear
has
on
like
his
a
head.
moat around his bed of alligators or whatever you have in. I don't know. What's
Alligators in
Polar
Alaska?
Bears. I don't know. I thought of a moat, but then I thought Alaska, you probably don't have water warm enough for a moat, so it's just an ice skating rink.
So, listen, I'm gonna take. I got some news. I read something the other day.
Okay.
And since we're all kind of just like all involved right now, I really feel like it's a good time to see what you guys think. You know what I mean?
Okay, let's
I'm
hear
scared.
And it's also pouring out of me.
Yeah, no.
I just wanna know.
David was limiting himself as hard as he could to not say this.
David,
before, so I'm ready.
when I got here, he told us, he was like, "Oh, I have something I want to tell you guys, but I don't want to spoil it until we record." And then like every couple minutes, he's like, "Oh man, it's so good. I want to tell you, but I can't." We're like, "Oh, okay, David." And then again, he's like, "Oh, but I really want to tell you."
All right, well, hold on, because he's about to explode. Look, yo, he's. Oh, I'll bleep that out.
He's antsy.
Because personally, what it is, it's like it's not like anything crazy, but I just think it's really cool news. So anyway,
Okay.
we all know who Colin Kaepernick is, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
So did you know?
Great guy.
Great guy. Did you know that Jim Harbaugh has a stipulation in his contract that says that he has the ability to put Colin Kaepernick on his roster?
Why?
What?
What is that?
Yeah.
Well, he asked for that?
Yeah.
But
Oh.
is this a
That's fire.
Is this an updated stipulation, or this is something he's always had?
That's just something that was in his contract as they signed him.
Whoa.
So now check
So
it.
Colin Kaepernick could show up in the Super
So
Bowl
hold
if
on.
he wanted to.
So hold on. I'm not done yet. So with that being said, see, the original, from what I read, was the original stipulation was saying that to be like a quarterback coach, be on his coaching staff.
Right.
But now they're saying that he may actually be able, because listen, Jim Harbaugh has got a whole lot of equity over there in the Chargers right now. Let's
Right.
keep it a stack, you know.
Right.
So they're may even saying that he may be able to even back up Justin Herbert, potentially on the active roster. What do you think about that? Because I think if that happens, I think that is
crazy.
awesome.
How old is Kaepernick now? Because it's just been so long.
Mid-30 probably.
Yeah.
Mid-30 to late 30. I bet money. Look,
Hey,
ready? We have technology. How old is Colin Kaepernick?
Oh, I thought she was going to talk to you.
I thought so too. 35.
Okay.
Now look at this, real quick, which is ridiculous. When you look up Colin Kaepernick, literally it says American civil rights activist. It doesn't even give me like NFL players, which is crazy. But anyway,
Really?
Yeah.
I believe it.
But anyway, that was the news. We can talk about it. We cannot.
Let's talk
I
about
just think
it.
it's pretty exciting because I was a fan of Colin. I was a fan of what he did.
Right.
And I think that it was ridiculous how he got treated afterwards.
I agree.
For something that, like, was right to him, the way
Right.
he felt for whatever. Like, it had nothing to do with his play. At one point in time, he wasn't in the league, and there was no way in the world that there were that many quarterbacks that were, starting quarterback, that he couldn't get a
Absolutely.
job. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, I was like, no, there's no way. So
Even as a backup at that
This
point.
season,
Exactly.
perfect example. It was the year of the backup quarterbacks. He easily could have filled in one of those gaps
So with
and
Jim
been one of those people.
So Jim Harbaugh, if he's able to do this, and if this is like a real thing, which I've read from multiple sources, that he can't have him on the coaching staff is like an almost definite. The active roster and being a player, I'm not too sure, but either way, just having him and having the ability to bring him back into the NFL, I think is incredible. And big kudos to Jim for that.
Yeah, shout out to Harbaugh for
Shout
that.
out to Jim.
I'm not gonna lie to you. What a small, intricate little chess move by him, no? Because you either get personnel or
He coached them,
or
so like, you know.
yeah,
what I mean?
he obviously has that good relationship with him. Took him good enough to take him to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like, and that was a long time ago. That was buzzcut Colin Kaepernick.
Right.
You know, obviously it's been a long time since then. But if anybody knows if this guy's able-bodied, it's him, for sure.
And like again, him playing may be a pipe dream because, I don't know.
We love a good pipe dream. It's like one of my
I
favorite
just-
David phrases of all
but
time.
I'm
He
just
called
saying,
something a
if-
pipe dream. I was like,
In my head, I had the Mario going in a pipe sound playing.
like my man's lost his Nike deal. Like a lot of BS was followed by what he did.
Right.
And listen, I'm American. I'm not saying anything like that. But at the end of the day, I also believe in you having your rights and freedom of speech and this and this and that. So
I mean, even in the past couple of years, we've seen people do worse.
exactly,
And
way worse.
getting-
scot free. So it's
I mean,
like,
we could talk about Kanye.
we were just talking about AB.
like it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like he's like so. Yeah. So big ups Jim Harbaugh.
I like that. I gotta tell
I
you.
love it. Black History Month. Let's go.
All right. At least we know who.
It's a good start.
At least we know what Team Harbaugh plays for. You know,
You know what I'm
I mean?
saying?
No, for real.
That's what I'm talking
For
about.
real. Yo, put a little
Put
stamp
in my
on it.
book. The Harbaugh's good. John Harbaugh's over there in Beatmore.
Yo, their son Harbaugh is also a coach somewhere. I just saw that
I just
recently.
I put it in the.
And it bugged me out because they all look alike,
Except
right?
for him.
The Harbaugh family, they all look alike except the son has a beard with red hair. I was like, huh?
He's like a ginger.
Yeah. Yeah, he looked like a Mason, if I'm being honest with you.
Oh,
So that was my news.
Mason Hardball.
That sounds like a name that makes sense. That's not his name though, but I know we're definitely gonna talk that. I'm excited to see. That makes me even more excited to see what the Chargers are gonna do next season.
Yeah, man.
Just in general, even with Kaepernick, that potentially could be in Justin Herbert's ear.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, super crazy.
Kaepernick's been there before.
But since we're talking about past Super Bowls with the 49ers, I think it's about time we get into this Super Bowl with the 49ers.
49ers, Chiefs, 2.
At Allegiant Stadium, Las Vegas. Was it scripted?
I don't think so.
I guess that might not be for commercial conversation. However, look, so I'm going to give you some facts. I'm going to give you some reasons. The people at home are not going to know what's going on. But I hope you guys get excited.
I don't know what's going on.
Because I got one more trick up my sleeve, right? So as you guys know...
And the sleeves are cuffed, by the way.
Right. Peep the links. No, I'm playing. I don't got nothing on. But look, what I do got on is this. I got some facts. Keep them on my body. I know that the 49ers are a team to be reckoned with. I know their rushing defense is really good, but their passing defense maybe could use some work. With that being said, I think that you got the worst quarterback lined up against you in order to make you see what you think you're going to see, right? Pat Mahomes is not a guy to be what's the word I'm looking for? Tampered with, to be toyed with.
I'm scared.
You don't know what's going on. They
I
hear it, but
don't.
they don't see what's going on.
Yo.
I got a little something in here, man. I'm telling my pick to the world, to you right now. Hold up. You already know who I'm rocking with. It says Chiefs, baby. It was on the whole time. The suit was a deploy.
Depoy.
Decoy.
Decoy. What's the difference?
What's a depoy?
No.
First of all,
He said depoy.
Yeah,
Damn it. You already know. Listen. Hold up. You know who I got.
Yo.
Everybody thought I was going to go for the 49ers. I got Chiefs written across my chest right now.
Yeah, he does.
When it's up, it's up. I've learned enough in the past.
Yo.
It's so weird.
I hope you know this was intricate.
I was so
was intricate.
I was so
I
scared.
started unbuttoning my shirt and they both looked
No.
really confused.
So
for
Cody
a
starts
second.
undoing his tie slowly. I'm like,
Right.
what
What's going
is
on?
You know,
going?
my prediction's gonna turn into a striptease.
I thought you were gonna have a Chiefs jersey on.
that'd be crazy. No, that'd be wild. Actually, the only person I know that has a Chiefs jersey is your father. Actually,
Shout out Ivan,
shout out Ivan, man.
the Don.
The Don. That pick was for him. Usually I go against him. Usually I'm talking bad about them, but that's who I got this time, man. I've learned my lesson enough. You can't bet against Pat. You can't. You can't bet against Pat. Know who I got. Know who I'm rocking with.
Well,
David.
that brings us straight into the
Stamp that
Super
right
Bowl.
into
Huh?
the books right now. You know who I'm rocking with, bro.
No
An
problem.
old classic depoy.
I'm so mad I said deep boy.
That's gonna be the title of the episode.
Deploy.
The suit was a deploy. Well, listen, man. I wanna hear it. What do you think about this game? What do you?
I'm very excited. The 49ers, as we know, have been there not too long ago
Right.
against this very same team.
And what happened not too long ago, PD?
They lost.
That's all I'm saying.
There was a winnable
That's
game.
all I'm saying.
We're talking about one play would have made a difference in that game, and a lot of the blame went towards Jimmy G. They said,
I wouldn't say one play made the difference. The score was 31-20.
yeah, well, there was a point where they could have secured a catch and ran up. It's a very specific play.
It was close.
That could have
until
changed
that point.
the game.
I understand what you're saying.
I'm
smelling what you're farting, PD.
Thanks. Doesn't smell that good. Can't smell that good.
I can't smell that good either. It's okay.
So as I'm saying, a lot of the blame went to Jimmy G, and they were like, you know what? We can't win a Super Bowl with this guy.
Right.
We need a better QB. And then comes Brock Purdy with a Superman cape.
But let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Since everybody, what is everyone's favorite phrase for Brock Purdy? System QB.
My favorite phrase is Mr. Irrelevant.
Mr. Irrelevant, yes. That's more like, not more so his nickname, because Brock Purdy is the only Mr. Irrelevant, but there's a lot of system QBs. I guess is what I was trying to say.
Zach
what
Wilson?
I mean by that is they got, as for a lack of a better term, like we like to say on the show, a gem in the rough.
A gem?
I don't know if you were here for that one. I don't know. Was he on the show for that?
That was
one
an
of
early
our
episode.
Early episodes, I got confused between
You didn't get confused.
the phrase "a diamond in the rough"
And a gem in the rough?
and "a gem in the something."
You said a gem in the rough.
And I said a gem in the rough because there's a hidden gem. So I got confused between hidden gem and a diamond in the rough.
So I combined both.
So I said a
Right.
gem in the rough, right?
All right.
And the reason I remember this so profoundly is because my friend Albert, shout out Albert, went out of his way to put me, Petey, and him in a group chat, and he named it Gem in the Rough, and then he said, "What the are you guys doing on the show?" Got it. Listen, we bleep things out now. It's cool. But the truth is that Brock Purdy was a diamond in the rough. I don't think everybody came into this saying he's a system quarterback.
That's actually not what he was scouted at all, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I don't think
that's why he was in the rough. Like,
no, but
they
see, that's the
assumed
thing.
they were gonna get Cole out of him.
I don't think he's Cole, but I don't think he's now is a gem. A gem's not as nice as a diamond, correct?
Well,
I mean, a diamond is a
type of
gem, but there's so many different kinds of gems that.
a gem is like a ruby.
All right, so
a
so he's like a
pearl.
ruby.
He's
maybe.
he's not a diamond.
If he wins
He's not a
if he wins
diamond.
the Super Bowl,
So to you, diamond is like
But again,
the one.
he's not gonna win the Super Bowl if the players around him are winning.
oh, you can't say that.
Oh, I was talking about. Oh, I'm so glad you said that. I was talking about this all week long.
Go ahead.
If Brock Purdy wins, they'll say he didn't deserve it.
100%.
They will.
No, but you can't.
They're
do
gonna
that.
say it doesn't matter if Brock Purdy finds his way with a ring on his finger. Everybody will put an asterisk next to it.
It depends on the game he plays, though.
Does it?
100%. If he shows out, if he plays, and I mean actually he's throwing the ball, running, scrambling, doing whatever, actually you can see visibly that he is contributing
Right.
to this win.
Right.
Then I don't think that they'll do that. But I don't think, me personally, I don't think that's what it's gonna be. I think more than likely he's gonna be pretty much playing not to lose, and it's gonna be Christian McCaffrey making plays, Deebo Samuel making plays, Brandon Ayuk making plays.
Right.
I don't know,
Their
man.
game plan.
But here's the thing. We can't.
Wait, hold on, Putty. Yeah, but I know you say game plan.
Hold on, Putty.
But if I
Hold on there, pudding.
but if I do a check down
Right.
to Deebo, you know what I'm saying, right by the line of scrimmage, and
Right.
he gets 30 yards off of it.
Right.
Did Brock Purdy do that, or did Deebo Samuel do that?
I guess Samuel.
Jaguar.
It's hard to talk, yo. That's why I don't even care when I mispronounce things with you guys, because sometimes when you're in the heat of something, you're gonna forget a word.
See, but here's the thing. Purdy-
Jaguars.
What? Purdy.
Oh my god.
Brock Purdy. I understand that the 49ers are a very well-built team.
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey is the best running back in the league.
Why are you bringing that up?
Because we keep talking about these players like, oh, he's got McCaffrey, he's got Debo, he's got Brandon Ayuk. Debo's a great player. It's not like he has Tyreek Hill out there.
He might as well.
You're crazy.
When you have everybody else to look after, yeah.
But it's like Brandon Ayuk's not like
Debo's a top 10 receiver in the NFL.
Yeah, he's top 10, but he's not top 2, top 3. Like it's not like Debo's not doing all the work for him. You know?
But what I'm trying to say is that like as a defense, you do have to worry about all of these players all at one time.
Right.
If I'm the 49ers, who do we have to focus on? Kadarius Toney?
No.
I think not.
Definitely not.
Kelsey, Rashee Rice.
That is it.
That's really it.
And that's it. And well, I mean, their D line is crazy, so they may be able to put a stamp to that out the door. But do you understand what I'm saying? So now, as a defensive coordinator, you're thinking, I got a game plan for all of these guys. You're not, and Brock Purdy is the last person you're game planning for.
I mean, you got a game plan for the quarterback a little bit.
You got Trent Williams, right? I feel like.
So and I think I just read that that their Pro Bowl left tackle or whatever for the 49ers isn't playing.
Who? Trent Williams?
Is that?
No.
Hold on. But continue.
Go ahead.
Continue
look
with
that
your
up.
statement. And
But
I'm
yeah, honestly.
But like, there's other. I can't think of one right now, but there's other teams that have won a Super Bowl that are also stacked with a great receiver,
But I'm gonna tell you why this is different, PD, and I'm gonna explain it to you thoroughly. Because let's go to 2 years ago. We were just talking about the Super Bowl, the Rams against Cincinnati, right? The Rams won, obviously.
Yeah.
They won by 3. Okay, even so, to Cincinnati with I think that was Joe Burrow's second year or third year, on the opposing side of the field. But star-studded team, star-studded. You had Cooper Kupp. You had Odell at the time, who was healthy before he got hurt. You had what was it, Todd Gurley?
Maybe
the running back.
Yeah, I think
for
so.
the Rams?
When they won the chip.
Dude, what's
Cam Akers.
Ugh.
I'm gonna look it up.
Is that Akers like last good year?
What I'm trying to say
How about
is
that Bengals team?
No, but hold on. Forget the Bengals team for a second. A star-studded team on the offense of the Rams, and then Matt Stafford, right? So sometimes, depending on how you play, yes, the Rams were a star-studded team, but everybody knew that Matt Stafford was leading that offense.
100%.
And it wasn't because of the skill that his skill players were exuding, but it was more so like, okay, we know that Matt Stafford's nice. But I think that it's hard to give people their flowers when you don't see them in different scenarios. Everybody said, okay, Tom's definitely the GOAT when he won in Tampa Bay. Okay. Everybody said Aaron Rodgers could be considered one of the GOAT if he won in New York. What are people?
Peyton Manning considered one of the GOATs after he went to the Broncos?
Absolutely, and he won with the Broncos. Yes,
yeah.
That's a perfect example. That's a great example.
I'm gonna give you a good one.
Tell me,
why aren't we talking about Purdy the same way we talk about Nick Foles?
He hasn't won one yet.
But I'm saying if he wins one, people are still gonna talk
Nick
down.
Foles won
People
one.
people are still gonna, like we said, people are gonna talk down on Purdy even
Right.
if he wins this game.
Right.
But Nick Foles did it with a team that was in the playoffs. He had Zach Ertz that was really good at that point. Nelson Aguilar, who was nice at that point.
You know, I like that, and you can give the argument for Nick Foles because it's a similar situation. You know, when Nick Foles went on that run when he did win the Super Bowl, he only started playing because the starting quarterback got hurt at the time, which was Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
Very similar situation to the way that Brock Purdy came in when he was 5 games out of losing in that one playoff game when I believe it was Trey Lance got hurt because he was the third string.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
Third or fourth.
He was third.
So.
Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
It was actually for the Chiefs. It was Andy Reid called it a long shot for Pro Bowl left guard Joe Thuney to be able to play in Super Bowl.
Oh, wow.
So that's big for the.
That's super big for the 49ers, especially because they got 2 D tackles that are super nasty.
Yeah. So there's that's gonna be some pressure on.
And that's like what they need, because obviously, look, this is
that's what they need. Because if you give him time, he'll make Rashee Rice.
Exactly.
But see, that's the difference. Pat Mahomes will make Rashee Rice look. Not saying that he's not nice, but you understand what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So
who's making the play happen? Is it the receiver on his feet, or is it the quarterback with his arm? Mm-hmm. And this is my prediction. I'm gonna throw a little prediction. This is our last. Put all the marbles out there, right? Why not? I'm gonna throw it out. I think this is what's gonna happen. Now that he just said that Pat Mahomes is gonna get destroyed in the what's it called?
Pocket.
In the pocket. Wow, I'm blurting out of words right now. Like, I can't even think of what the I'm saying. So, wow, I got a lot to bleep out this episode, huh?
I got you.
But anyway, I'll say this. I think he's going to get enclosed in the pocket. He's not going to chance to get all those plays that he wants to get. And he's going to do what he does best. He's going to have to throw on the run. Which, he does
really very well.
Very well, which won't be the problem for him, but I think there's 2 problems that he's going to run into. Chase Young and Bosa.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, 49ers play a whole lot of zone, which is going to keep that middle of the field open. So expect a big game from Travis Kelce.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I think that's a good call.
He's going to scramble out that pocket. He's going to find that soft spot in that zone. Whoop.
So if they can figure out Kelce, I think their line situation is already looking good. So I think
that's tough, though.
It's tough.
That's tough.
That's a big if. But like I said, you could put all the facts out there. Usually in 49er games, big 49er games, all the facts are out there and then they fold. I'm going to put it like that. When the 49ers played the Ravens, all the facts were out there and they folded. When they played the Packers, all the facts were out there. They just barely won in the playoffs against the Packers. Now, all the facts are out there. Question mark. You get what I'm saying? You can't call them out.
Here's a question. Is there anyone hungrier to win this game than McCaffrey?
Pat.
You think he's hungrier than McCaffrey? This is McCaffrey's first time in a Super Bowl.
Doesn't matter.
His pops is out here getting DUIs.
Listen.
And McCaffrey's dad
everybody
won
was
the
saying
Super Bowl.
Maybe he just really didn't want to sit with Taylor Swift in the booth.
That bad?
I saw this thing on sports radio like maybe 2 days ago. Some people are ridiculous. What they really just throw out there for the public. This guy goes, I got a problem with Taylor Swift. He's like, what's the problem? I think the people are really using her to glamorize sports gambling for women.
What does that even mean?
He's trying to basically say that marketing tools for companies are using Taylor Swift to make sports gambling look fun for women.
It's not that far-fetched.
But how? Have you seen her in a gambling commercial?
No, but you have a lot more girls watching football now.
Okay, well, is it...
That's a step.
Let me ask you this random question.
Yeah.
If she was dating, I don't know, a reggae artist, would more girls be listening to reggae music?
Yeah.
Doubt it.
I think definitely.
I'm going to tell you why. I think it just so happens, whatever. Travis Kelce, on a side of being a very good athlete, at this point has become one of the more popular players in the NFL, just as a personality in general. He has his own podcast, another brother in the league, 2-time Super Bowl champ.
He invented the fade.
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. He didn't invent the fade, bro.
I'm joking. I do not mean that.
Look. But they were saying that. And he even came out and said, yeah, that's absolutely ridiculous. I did not. Because I don't even know if you remember a couple years ago, he just started cutting his hair short like that, bro. Mm-hmm. He had the little white boy comb over to the side with the Pomade gel in it. What is that called? Pomade.
Do you want a sponsorship?
Boy. Huh?
Do you want a sponsorship? A pomade sponsorship?
I'd let my hair grow out. Just start
Garnier Fructis.
Real quick, guys. Real quick tidbit. If McCaffrey wins, if the 49ers win, sorry, not McCaffrey wins, but if the 49ers win,
right.
Christian McCaffrey and his pops would have become the second duo ever in NFL history to win a Super Bowl for the same team.
Yep.
Wow.
I saw that.
The only other people to do it are Steve and Zach Diassi.
Giants?
New England Patriots.
Patriots.
But for the Giants, though. Won the infamous Super Bowl in 2008 that ended the New England Patriots near perfect record. Yeah.
Interesting.
Giant.
Interesting.
Steven Zach Diaz.
Well,
Look at that. That's good stuff. Maybe he is playing.
So
for
one dad's getting arrested for DWI, the other one won a chip, and he's watching.
look,
his-
and we're not gonna make a mystery out of it. Everybody has a certain reason why they want to win this game. It's the game. People dream about this game their whole lives.
Well, we got.
You know,
we have.
obviously there's players on the Chiefs and the 49ers that have been here before. Like, there's all those clips of George Kittle, like, I'm gonna be back here.
I think I saw.
You saw that, right?
I think I saw his crazy stat that it was like 49 players are still on the roster from when they went to the Super Bowl 4 years ago.
So for a lot of them, it's kind of like whatever.
No, a lot of them is like we're back again. And it's motivated, just like you said.
Yeah, I agree. Because it's one of those, like,
Still taking Kansas City though.
come on, bro.
Well, look, you have
Easy.
Pat Mahomes going for his third ring, trying to cement his legacy and build off a dynasty.
We're talking about this off camera. If he wins this one, is he top 10 of all time?
Yeah.
If he doesn't, is he top 10 right now?
Yep.
How many has he lost?
He's been to 4?
So lost 2.
No.
Oh no, he's been to 3. Sorry, this
So
would be his 4.
he only lost against Brady.
He lost against Brady.
He only lost against Brady.
All right, so
correct.
even if he loses one, I wouldn't take him completely out of the conversation. I don't know if he'd be in it.
Right
Yeah.
now, to me,
Yeah.
he's already in my top 5.
Whoa. That might be aggressive.
He's already in my top 5.
He's one of the best quarterbacks I've ever seen. Pete.
Come on, bro.
I can
undoubtedly.
guarantee
and
you.
his record also backs it up. Like,
never
it's
not
like-
making the
it's-
AFC Championship.
Think
as
about
a
it like
starter?
this. Like think about it like this. Like we all have an eye test, right? And then the numbers come in and just bolster whatever it was that you already saw.
Right.
So it's like-
I think when it's all said and done, he's gonna be damn near top 3.
Can I tell you my 5?
No, because I want to
fine.
do. I want to do a
I
little.
won't tell
I
you
want to do a
my
little
5.
experiment. No, I want to do a little experiment.
All right,
I'm gonna name you
experiment?
5 quarterbacks,
Okay.
and you're gonna say which one Mahomes is better than.
Okay.
Brady,
No.
No,
Joe Montana,
No.
Peyton Manning.
no,
No.
All right, let's go. Elway,
Yes.
no,
Dan Marino.
Yes.
no.
That's 5. David said no to all of them, so he's still keeping
He's better
Mahomes.
than Dan Marino. He's better than Dan Marino. And I'm
If
gonna tell
Dan
you why.
Marino played,
If
now,
Dan Marino played today, he'd get destroyed.
what?
He would.
You're-
Have you ever seen his footwork? Look, I want you to go and do some research, bro. Have you ever watched Dan Marino's footwork? He doesn't step. The reason he was so good in the league when he played, his arm and his accuracy was crazy. A lot better than a lot of the players today. But he wouldn't be able to move out of the pocket the way that quarterbacks today need to move out of the pocket. And that's why I say he'd be trash.
Do all quarterbacks need to move out of the pocket?
Yes.
Really?
Tell me 3 successful quarterbacks that don't move out of the pocket today. That
Jared
started.
Goff,
Joe
Jared
Flacco.
Goff, Jared Goff.
Okay.
Goff.
Stafford,
Stafford.
Rodgers.
Where's
Rodgers.
Rodgers? He didn't
Well-
move out of the pocket. What happened to him?
Well, I'm just saying, but you.
That's
said-
all I'm saying.
I mean, but no,
Just
but
saying.
you can name them. I'm
Peyton
not
Manning didn't move out of the pocket.
at all.
I'm talking about today. That look.
All right,
the,
no, today.
the game of past.
Oh, Dan
you didn't
Marino.
really need to
Peyton
move as
Manning
much out of
still
the
would have
pocket.
done fine today.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying
Yes.
to say. All you gotta do is give him a
A good pocket.
Of
a
course,
good offensive line.
Of course, if
and the way that he got that ball out with that accuracy, he threw for ridiculous. I'm telling you.
No, but this is the argument that I'm saying. Obviously, if you tell me any of the top 5 in the league at this point, if they were at any era, would they have been good? Yeah, because they're top 5 of all time.
Okay.
But if you're talking about Dan Marino specifically, I think the game is too different from when Dan Marino played, even at the level he played. I
All
don't
right.
think he'd be able to do it.
So, David, I want to keep going with you at least.
Yeah.
You can keep going too.
Go ahead.
But David's already said 5. All right?
Mhm.
So let's go. We got Johnny Unitas.
I didn't.
No.
I don't know enough about it, but I'm gonna say
from
no.
what I'm looking,
But I'm gonna say yeah. Actually, I'm gonna say
made
yes.
10 Pro Bowls,
Uh-huh.
won multiple NFL championships. Don't know an exact number.
Johnny-
Yeah, but I'm
Johnny
also
Unitas
going.
was
I'm
nasty,
also
bro.
going. I'm also going.
And
by,
MVP 3 times.
Like play style?
I'm going by like eye test because I've also seen Patrick Mahomes do things that like why are you throwing, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
He basically stamped the sidearm in the NFL.
like the craziest throw. So I'm gonna say yes, even though obviously Unitas has all those accolades, but I'm sure that Patrick Mahomes, this is
All right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm
Brett
gonna say
Favre.
No.
Yes.
Ooh.
I think he's better than Brett.
Oh no, he is better than Brett.
Yes.
Oh, okay, yes. No,
Okay.
I agree. Yes,
Okay.
he is.
Aaron Rodgers.
No,
No.
Aaron Rodgers is.
Drew Brees.
Yes.
Yes.
Like big time. Yes.
Okay.
Drew Brees is such.
It's
like,
interesting.
And I'm not saying Aaron Rodgers either because I'm a Jets
So
fan.
so this
It's
list.
just because I've seen Aaron Rodgers again. Like Aaron Rodgers
Yeah.
was the first time, like literally, like Aaron Rodgers was like Mahomes-esque, no, right?
Yeah.
So it's like
He
we all
was
think
very
of,
mobile in the
that's what I'm
pocket.
saying.
in his
Like
early
like we
career.
all think of Mahomes to like, oh, he's done this, but Aaron Rodgers been throwing sidearm for years now, and doing
Look,
stuff like that.
and not because he's a Jet. Aaron Rodgers is the only player that I've ever watched. He's my favorite player ever. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Aaron Rodgers is the only player I've ever seen that me and him both knew where the ball was gonna end up on the dot. Like, I've never seen accuracy
yeah.
like Aaron Rodgers.
But go ahead, Petey. What were you about
Hail
to say?
Mary God.
So
I'm sorry.
so the list I brought up.
Mhm.
We have Brett Favre is number 5, Aaron Rodgers is number 8. So there's that the gap. It's funny because you both said no to Favre, but said yes to Rodgers.
Mhm.
But this list has Favre way above
I don't like that.
Rodgers. Rodgers.
Brett Favre is number 5 quarterback of all
Favre
time.
was too risky for me
Favre-
to put him that high.
Well, I just want to run this number too. Aaron Rodgers career wise, 59,000 yards, 475 touchdowns.
Mhm.
Favre 71,000 touchdowns, or 71,000
I was
yards.
about
Whoa.
to say,
Whoa.
Never mind, I was wrong.
71,000 yards, 508 touchdowns. So 11,000 more yards.
And who has the more interceptions? Brett Favre.
Yeah, but you can't get those yards without slinging the ball.
Look, the eye test is important, right?
I mean, Brett Favre was nice.
Brett Favre was
Favre.
nice. Brett Favre was
Favre.
nice, but on the Vikings and the Jets, it was kind of ugly to watch, man. I don't know.
I mean, everybody gets a little ugly if you play a little too long.
Well, who played longer? I'm pretty sure they're on like the same.
Favre was old.
Yeah,
Yeah, Favre was old.
And Favre also, and you know what? Matter of fact, and Favre was also a thief, stealing from like donations and stuff like that.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna bring that up.
I'm
I-
gonna bring it up.
We're
I'm
not
gonna bring
ranking.
it up.
We're not ranking nice guys.
oh no, definitely not a
'Cause-
nice guy.
Jameson Winston
was
was
over here
here.
stealing welfare checks. You're a millionaire.
Yeah,
But whatever. Anyway,
All right. Well,
people who get the most tend to lose the most. More money, more problems, or
Hey,
whatever
now.
they say.
Pat Mahomes will be a top 5, if he's not already a top 5
Oh,
QB.
Could you tell me, out of curiosity, who was your top 5 if Pat's not on there?
I would say Brady. I'd say Peyton. I'd say Montana. I can't say Unitas. This website has Unitas as 4,
this the best quarterback since Joe Montana.
but I wasn't around in.
Johnny Unitas was nasty, bro.
I wasn't around watching
I
Super Bowl
highly-
5.
I highly encourage to watch film.
Wasn't watching Super Bowl 5. Marino, Rodgers. It's tough. I think maybe like if he's there, he might be 4 or 5.
Top 5 that you've seen?
Mahomes is top 3 that I've seen.
Okay.
Yeah, easy.
Where else could you put him?
Top 3 that I've seen.
And
He's only behind Brady and Peyton.
my 5 in this order, is Brady,
Eli
Peyton.
Manning.
Peyton.
Stop that.
No, I'm sorry.
Where's
Brady,
Eli?
Nowhere.
Brady, Joe Montana, Peyton, Pat, Aaron. That's my 5. To me.
To me. Cody's got to free up storage space on his
Yeah,
PC.
you heard that, right?
Or update it or something.
Yeah. That was loud enough for something to be significant, huh?
I'm gonna go Brady, Peyton, Montana.
Mm.
Peyton over Montana.
Fun fact: they actually
Mahomes,
named the
Rodgers.
state of Montana.
Okay, very similar, except you just swapped the Peyton and the Joe.
You heard?
And then I'm putting John Elway like right there. I was a big
Okay.
fan of Elway.
Okay,
Fun fact: they named the state of Montana because of Joe.
that's not true.
That's true.
That's not true at all.
Facts.
That's false information.
That's the best tackler since Joe Montana.
The best football movie you ever seen, David, ready to go.
Waterboy.
That's the best one?
No. Any Given Sunday.
Oh, that's a good one.
Great movie.
Ready? I'm going to hit you with a different one. A lot of people don't say this one. It's a good movie, though. We Are Marshall.
That's a good movie.
A great movie. You ever seen that one?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of mine. It's either my non-serious answer is The Longest Yard,
Okay, yeah.
but Attack of the Titans is also one of my
Remember
favorite.
the Titans?
Remember the Titans. Sorry,
Did you say Clash of
I'm
the
thinking.
Strong side.
Remember the Titans. Great movie.
Which one was Booby Miles? Which one had Booby Miles?
Nobody's gonna do it with me. Strong side.
You got that.
I don't remember.
I can't.
Really? I watched them all when I was in high school. So, like,
Whatever.
anything after that? How's it go? I know you want to finish.
Say it
I
again.
don't wanna
Say it again. Say it again. Come on. No, do it.
Wait. David.
Strong side. Left side. Strong side. No, that was a bit.
All right. Woo!
David!
Gotta do it.
They got all hyped during the movie. Whatever, yo. You know what?
Back in my day, everybody knew the words to the movie.
What?
We even used to text it to each other on our cellular phones. But, look, I said I had Kansas City. David said he had Kansas City. Who do you got, Petey?
What does that make me if I choose St. Kansas City?
Hey, that makes you a bandwagoner, maybe?
You know what I'm gonna need though? I'm
Yep.
gonna need a Parleezy.
I'll give you both. So,
Parleezy.
All right, let's hear the vote, and then let's hear the parlay. Let's go.
it's hard to pick against Pat Mahomes,
Yes,
Right.
it is.
but I think this 49ers.
No!
I
Sorry,
think
continue.
this 49ers team is way too stacked
Damn.
and built to win a championship for me to not pick them. It's very reminiscent of when the Rams
All right.
built that
Wait,
team.
Petey, I gotta sneeze.
Oh, thanks. Bless you.
Thank you.
It's very it reminds me a lot of that Rams team when they built that team to win. They brought in Stafford.
Right.
You had Cooper Cup in there.
They started forming like the
Aaron
Avengers.
Donald came in. I was like, whoa, you know?
Huh.
That's what this team reminds me of. So I'm going to pick the 49ers 31-27.
That's your score prediction?
31-27.
Is that, or are you confident enough to put that in the
I'm
parlay?
locking it in.
No.
Put it in the
I'm
parlay.
gonna put a score prediction
You know
in a
what?
parlay.
Yeah.
You know what? I think we should all have a score prediction actually for this game.
All right, I like that.
We don't normally do score predictions. We should do a score. So 31-27. Am I locking that in, Petey?
You go first. I'll think about it.
Oh.
I'll go first.
How convenient.
Right. Now that he's
It's a
taking
lot
the
of
49ers.
points.
I got Chiefs, Niners,
Come on.
27-21.
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
27-21. All right.
Do you still have that list of the past 5 Super Bowls up?
I do.
Could you go through the scores for me real quick?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm going to
So-
go. Obviously, I picked the Chiefs. So we're going to do.
What was that mouse rat weasel noise that you just made at the microphone?
I think I'm gonna do.
We're going to go 24-17.
Ooh, okay. I like that number.
That's a good one.
It's a good one. I like that for sure.
Cody, can I get my points?
Oh, I'm so sorry, sir.
More specifically, I want. What's the Rams one and the Chiefs one from last time against the Niners?
The Rams against the Bengals was 23-20 Los Angeles.
Uh-huh.
And then the last time the Rams played before that was New England Rams, and New England won 13.
The Niners Chiefs won. What was it?
Niners Chiefs won was 31-20. Kansas City.
Madden.
Give me 31-27.
31-27?
Yeah.
Madden has I think Madden has the simulated the Super Bowl, and it has the Chiefs winning 31-28, I believe. But 31-27.
You know, 27-24 is kind of saying something too in my mind.
No, it's locked in.
Is it locked in, David? Did you lock it in already?
I mean, I put a parentheses on it.
Oh, it's not locked in.
Yo, he put the
That's
lock.
not locked in
he
for me.
David put the lock in. He was like the.
Come on, Petey.
Give me 27-24.
27-24?
Yeah. Niners.
All right, let's make everything a little saucier while
I
we're
knew
at
this
it,
was
right?
coming.
Let's
I knew
make it a
this
little
was coming.
saucier while
I
we were
knew
at it. We'll all pick who we think is going to score first.
McCaffrey.
I say the 49ers also score first.
Oh, you meant team?
Oh, I meant team.
Oh. Then the Chiefs.
Yeah? So, hey guys. I know we've never done this before, but I had to cut the episode off mid-episode. Wanted to tell you guys that we were experiencing a little bit of technical difficulties, so unfortunately we lost the second half, but we're here to make it up to you, finish up, tell you guys what we were going to tell you. It's not Petey anymore. It's just me and David here today.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
Yo, day 2 of the Super Bowl episode, but we wanted to tell you what was going on and let you guys know, because I know you guys were dying to hear it. So
At the edge of their seats.
So we just finished up, before it got cut off, talking about the Super Bowl predictions and who we think is going to score first.
Right.
And I got mine in, and Petey got his in. Who do you think is going to score first in the Super Bowl?
I think it's going to be the Chiefs.
Just in general?
Do you want a player?
Yeah, why not? Give me a player.
Super Bowl?
Super Bowl. The last football game you'll watch until Labor Day.
Sheesh. I'm going to say, man. I'm going to say Kelsey.
Yeah?
I'm going to say Kelsey.
All right. I like it.
I'm going to say Kelsey.
Did you hear that they activated Jerick McKinnon?
Did they?
They did that today.
They love that guy in the Super Bowl.
I know. I'm not sure if it was in the episode, to be honest, or not. But I think we said it before we were recording on Tuesday. Today's Saturday. So now it's currently
Very
the
true.
day before the Super Bowl.
Very true. A whole lot of different
inching
news.
up. Yeah, it's different things for us to get into. But, hey, man, I think that's cool. I like Kelsey as your pick. As you know, when we spoke about in the parlay, I have Kelsey to score twice.
Yeah.
So I'm right there with you, bro.
Yeah.
It could be first. I don't know, but I think that's a good pick for sure. You can never go against that ever.
You know what I noticed too? Nobody put red Gatorade either.
Really?
Nobody put red Gatorade because think about it. Both teams wear red.
I mean, that does make a lot of sense.
Not one person. We got orange, blue, and yellow.
Yo, I know I put blue.
Now,
I remember waiting for it. You're like, all right, B. No, but hey, just to bring a little bit back of that Tuesday love that we had going.
Right.
Yo, honestly, oh man, that was a magical night. I'm really surprised that happened, but I'm glad that we're here, bro. Because
fortunately, we got a lot of it recovered. So.
Sometimes you gotta take a step back to really realize how good something was.
Yeah.
And listening to what we were able to recover, I was like, man, yo, this show is something magical. And I'm not talking Disney.
Yeah, unless they want to throw a sponsorship or something.
I won't curse again, ever. I promise.
Ever.
Not even when I'm alone. Not even when the cameras are off.
Not even when I'm alone.
One day I'm going to snap. You know what? Ah!
It's going to be some Disney executive coming through the...
No, they're going to SWAT team through my
SWAT team
windows.
you?
Don't move! Yo, you know what? Not for nothing. I heard that Disney does not play around about any of their back office, stuff like that.
Yo, I saw that.
I heard that their back office, like how they handle people that aren't very Disney, is not very Disney of them at all.
I can only imagine.
I mean, look, not
They've got their owner frozen in a
what
in the castle of No,
That's
no,
not true.
It's a theory, but Walt did.
I was
Walt
about to be like, shut up, I'm going tomorrow.
Walt Disney, I heard, is like cryogenically frozen.
Like Austin Powers.
Exactly, like also or Demolition Man. You wouldn't know about Demolition Man.
Nah,
But
might be. Yo, you want to know something crazy? This is a fact. Austin Powers is the earliest movie I remember as a child.
really?
That's like my first. Like I remember my dad being like, "Okay, this is a good movie." At like 3.
Austin Powers is a good movie.
It's a spy movie and it's a
It's
comedy
hilarious.
at the same
It's
time.
hilarious.
There's like I don't know, man. There's certain actors in history that they'll never repeat what they made, but that's a whole different conversation.
For a whole different.
I don't think the Gatorade's gonna be red. No,
Well, I'm just saying that.
it's bold though for none of us to have.
For
pink
none of us
red.
to have red.
I agree.
I didn't even think of it. If I'm being honest,
I think it's too predictable.
maybe that's what it is. I also don't like red Gatorade. Hot take.
What's your favorite Gatorade color?
Like
flavor?
like OG.
What's
Like
that-
none of these weird
Nah,
flavors
not
that
nah,
they've
the
been
OG
doing.
ones. The OG ones.
Orange. Ice cold orange Gatorade
Yeah, I agree.
slaps.
You know, I don't know if there's a hot take for you.
Only when you're not like I can never. And that's another thing too. I can't just drink a Gatorade.
No, you got to be playing a sport.
I got to be playing a sport.
Yeah.
Or
100%.
it's not like a.
I remember the first time I tried to drink a Gatorade without playing a sport, and I like my fuck. Well, I'll bleep that out. My veins started like
Really?
jitters. Like you ever drank something really sugary and you feel like a little something in a vein somewhere?
No, not necessarily.
Never?
I guess I never.
Maybe
or
that's like
I
a
just-
health issue. I shouldn't be putting this out loud in public. Like they're gonna shut
Either
me
of us,
down, bro.
either of us gonna have a health issue. Maybe I should be feeling something, and I'm
No,
like,
yeah.
nah.
I mean, I don't know. I really don't. I'm a big water guy. I'm always drinking water. So like, I don't know. Maybe because my body's not used to it. I have
Maybe
no
that's
idea.
what it is. But I don't know. To me, Gatorade doesn't. It has like an aftertaste almost in a
For
way.
me, it's either orange or yellow. That's the best ones.
I actually.
Hot take: I hate the blue one.
I actually like the blue one.
I hate the blue one. Can't stand the blue one. But I like the red one.
The white one is crazy.
Okay, so you said you don't like cucumber. We were just talking about this off camera. You don't like cucumber, right?
Not like that, no.
So I remember when I was like a senior in high school, maybe
Mhm.
or a junior, they came out with like a cucumber jalapeno one. So it was like cucumber flavor, but it had a kick to it.
Huh.
It was good.
Hmm.
But I like cucumbers, so I don't know how you
Well-
would feel.
well, see,
it was
I-
like a light green.
I could do cucumber like in my water, like stuff like that.
Mhm.
But
You ever had a margarita that had like a little bit of tahini on the
yeah. I
on
have.
the rim? It was like that, bro. Like a fruity, but like
Huh.
that, but a Gatorade.
Wow. Okay.
That's all I can say about that one.
All right.
But hey man, look, this is gonna be David's first time talking about the boom and bust.
I'm nervous.
You know, Petey usually speaks for himself, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Thank God he's not, because he would have been talking big talk today, trying to come at me about my picks for last week. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna just sit myself real close to the chair today.
I'm gonna try to do PD justice because he likes to call himself the parlay king
Right.
and all this, and then he does pride himself in his picks. So I'm gonna try to do my boy justice. Again, these are his picks, so don't shoot the messenger if these things do not go right.
So look, the boom. I'm gonna say my boom, and I'm gonna let you roll into it. Ready?
All right.
My boom, I had unfortunately, I had Mark Andrews against
Wow.
the Chiefs last week,
Mhm.
2 weeks ago now.
Mm-hmm.
He was averaging 13.5, and he was activated for this game. I had a reason to believe I thought he was gonna ball, and he only came out with 2.5 points.
Right.
So that didn't go the way that I wanted to. But hey, that's life, you know.
That
and you
is-
got to take every win and every loss as a hit to the chin, and you keep it moving.
That's it.
You know. But on the other hand, I see that that Petey's boom was successful. So take it away.
Yeah, so PD's boom. He picked Pat Mahomes. He was projected at 17.5, and he ended up getting 19.14
There
points.
you go. All
So-
right.
so
All
you know what I'm
right.
saying?
That's out of the way. Yo, hit that.
Boom. I remember PD talking about like he averaged like didn't he average like what was it like 18 or something like that fantasy points throughout the season?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So I mean not too far off, but it's Patty, so seemed like a safe bet. Don't want to
Right.
call anybody out. Seemed like maybe a safe bet for the boom,
alright,
but hey, we'll continue on to the bus.
Yeah, but maybe I just don't like feeling safe, bro. I like to throw a little edge on it, keep people on their toes, see if my daring choices
Yeah.
land.
All right,
You know? Would you rather go for the 100-foot long jump and fail, or go for the 50 and make it?
What's under that 100-foot long jump? Is it like a jagged, like
I was
rocks
talking
in
about
the
like Olympic sports.
Oh, like Olympic sports?
Not feet. I think I meant whatever the measurement is for long jump. Anyway, that was kind of whack.
Yeah, that was a bad way to like. I mean, yeah, always go for the win, I guess. But also as a good coach or GM or player, sometimes you got to know when to like,
when to play it safe.
When to play it safe, and then when to put it. You don't want to.
I'm Dan Campbell.
You don't want to burn yourself.
I'm Dan Campbell. I'm putting it out all on the line.
Yeah, Dan Campbell's home.
Take
right
it
now.
or yo, but you know what? He's in it though.
In what? The house?
In trouble.
Nah, he's not in trouble. His job is safe.
No, yeah. But look, so to continue on to what I was saying, so I got a bust. Right. My bust last week was Brock Purdy against the Lions, projected 18.5. I was correct. He only got to 17.48. So hey, a win is a win.
A win is a win.
But you know what? You know how they say when you score, there's some people that celebrate, do the dance. There's some people that just hand the ball to the ref. So just like the loss, I'm going to take the hit to the chin. I'll pass the ball right to the ref. All right, let's go ahead with PD's bust for the week.
Well, PD's bust for the week was Jahmyr Gibbs.
Okay.
He was projected for 16.1, but he only got 13.1. I believe he got into the end zone too. Did he not?
He did.
So he had a good game, just not as good as projected, which PD got right again. I don't know if we're surprised at this point or not. I don't know.
Listen, you sound like you're giving him way too much confidence, and he's gonna go back and listen to this and be like, "That's exactly what I've been trying to tell him."
I'm putting the battery in his back right now.
Yeah, right.
So by the time he comes back, he's gonna don't let these be right.
Right. Because Petey would be like, "Tell him."
Exactly. So
all loud. He's in the house like with his girl, babe. That's what I've been trying to tell him in the show. All right, but. Not to get carried away, I don't hope anybody does bad on the show. I don't hope bad for anybody. But it wouldn't hurt anybody if Petey got knocked down a notch or two. So for my boom this week, I took Brock Purdy at a bust last week.
Mm-hmm.
I got him at a boom this week. This is it. All the marbles are gonna be on the table. I think if there was ever a chance for a player that you don't think is gonna produce to ball out and prove himself, stamp him as quote unquote not a system quarterback, it's this week, man. So he's projected 18.5. I'd say he touches 20.
20. Okay. Is that something that you would lock in now? Or do you not even want to?
20 fantasy points?
Yeah. Or do you not even want? Yeah.
I mean, I had him on my fantasy this year. I started him every week for a reason. I have faith. I've always had faith in Brock Purdy.
I know that.
I think the Chiefs are gonna win, not because of Brock Purdy. I think the Chiefs are gonna win just because experience. But I never doubted the guy. You saw those memes of like them. They have like the hype pictures for the Super Bowl they would put on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
They were like they look like the Brock Purdy looks like an 8th grader that they took on a field trip.
Yeah, definitely.
They got to put on the jersey and take a picture for the school.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's so disrespectful, bro.
Wait.
What did you say he looked like? You showed, on Tuesday before the show, you were like, "Oh, you mean." Da-da-da, and it was
Lee Harvey or whatever the guy
that
killed Kennedy.
Can we pull that up really quick? Lee Harvey Oswald?
I believe is what it is. Yeah, Lee Harvey Oswald. There he is, right there.
He
Look,
looks
Brock
like
Purdy, Senior Purdy. Look, there's actually a picture. There's a picture of Brock Purdy
look
and
at
then
that,
side by side.
bro.
It's identical, dude.
That is insane to the ears.
Now,
the note. That's kind of crazy.
Have you heard that there's like 7 people? Is it 7?
That look just like you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have heard that.
That's craziness.
I don't doubt it though.
Nah.
Everybody's genetics come from like a pool that like it's
there's
only a
only
matter of time until
there's
someone
only so
mixes
much.
and matches and it ends up like you.
So this is what you got right
That's
there to
insane,
mix and match.
bro. Unless somewhere along the line his family changed their last name to Purdy. And now here he is, conspiracy theory number 1 going into the Super Bowl as of tomorrow. So I got Lee Harvey Oswald at the boom.
Well, on that note,
right.
Petey's got another safe one.
A safe one, the 50 feet.
Well, he's got Pat Mahomes going at a boom. Again, averaging predicted 17.5.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I trust it. I would say so. I don't think it's gonna be a bunch of like deep throws per se.
Right.
I think there's gonna be some in there, but I do think that's gonna be more likely like those little dinks and dumps, and 49ers play a lot of zone, which leaves that middle of that field pretty open, and I think that Pat Mahomes is gonna exploit that. So, yeah, I could see him booming.
Yeah, 100%. I like that. I like how you put that together too.
Oh, well,
it's good. But talk about something that isn't put together. I picked this bus for a reason. I got Isaiah Pacheco, and it's that O-line that needs to put something together. With that injury that they're dealing with right now.
Yeah.
We talked about it a little bit earlier.
Yep.
It's going to affect not only Pat Mahomes in the pocket, but it's also going to affect their running game in general.
100%.
And, as much as I think he's going to play well, and I hope that he does, I can see that being a big question mark for him going into this game, especially against Nick Bosa and Chase Young.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like they still may be able to scheme him up, but I don't know. I was listening to the radio earlier,
right?
And honestly, I think it's gonna be a heavy run game.
Just in general.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be feeding
the best running back theoretically in the game.
Well, yeah, on the 49ers side,
right,
yeah.
Right.
So, but I do think that both teams are going to be trying to take advantage of that run. I know Andy Reid's going to scheme some stuff. You already said Jared McKinnon. You know what he wants to do with that. That's all. That's all scheme based with that guy. So
give Pacheco a break a little bit, maybe.
Yeah.
So he's gonna struggle. Keep a healthy body in there.
I can see. I can see him putting in like Pacheco like around that goal line.
Right.
And maybe getting a score. But maybe not so much like the yardage that'll put him over what he would need, you know what I mean, to boom theoretically and not bust.
I like that.
So with that being said, we got Petey's bust, and he took Brandon Ayuk. He's projected at 15.6. Safe, smart, however you want to call it. 49ers.
Well, like you said, you think it's going to be a running heavy game. So
yeah,
it makes sense.
I do. And not only that, and the Chiefs got a pretty stingy defense over there, man. The corners are pretty good. We all know about Ladarius Sneed.
Right.
So I believe that Brandon Ayuk will probably be – I don't know where Sneed will be matched up with. I guess it really depends on where Deebo Samuel is, because he might still get like the majority of the attention.
Yep.
But regardless of the fact, I can see Brandon Ayuk booming. Oh no, busting. Sorry, but I can also see him booming too. So it's a little, because I feel like it'll be like those, like a 30-yard bomb that he catches, and you know what I mean. So you never know. But hey. Again, Petey's picks.
See, this is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to make it seem like Petey's picks don't make any sense. That's what I'm here for. That's why you're in the chair right now.
I'm just giving my analysis, you know. However that leans is how it leans.
It leans towards my sunshine, sunlight, time in the limelight, whatever the saying is. I'm taking it. I'm cool with that. But on that note, right, just after David gladly just let the world know that I'm right and Petey's wrong. I think that now is a perfect time for us to get into keeping score.
Let's go. So yeah, it's keeping score.
Look, ready? Hold up. Don't say nothing. The theme song is gonna be right here. Boom.
All right. Dope. I'm excited for that too.
And we're gonna insert here. Hopefully as of either late today or early tomorrow.
Bet. All right. The theme song is still a surprise to me, so I'm excited. I'm excited to hear what it's gonna be.
Right.
But yeah, let's get into it. So, last time we were here on Tuesday, I believe, we did get to the keeping score, but obviously we didn't get to record because of technical difficulties. Right. But we mentioned we started off by saying that Joel Embiid out for 4 weeks, which is essentially taking him out of the MVP race.
Which is tragic.
The NBA has a rule now that you have to play, I believe, 80% of the games, which amounts to like 65 games, I believe, to be eligible for major rewards, which is like MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Sixth Man of the Year, yada yada. So, I mean,
now that it's all said and done, and the guy that you wanted to win MVP is not eligible anymore, are you even more so opposed to the rule?
I don't think that it should be as many as it is. I think that they probably could have got away with maybe like 50 games. You know, because think about it like this: if a team goes 50-32, they're a playoff team,
right?
100%. So, I mean, I don't know. I like it and I don't. You know.
You see why there's pros and cons to it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, and then who do you think is up for MVP now that Embiid is out of the race?
Well, right now, in order, they're saying that like this is the way that analysts and Vegas and stuff like that. So right now, in order, they're talking Nikola Jokic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jalen Brunson with like the third spot, which is pretty cool.
That is really cool.
That
Shout
is
out
really
Jalen
cool.
Brunson.
We'll shout out Jalen Brunson. We support the Knicks over here.
Right.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, Luka Doncic, Donovan Mitchell, Kawhi Leonard, and Anthony Edwards. I like this list.
Right.
I think all of these guys
in
are.
that order?
I believe so. Yeah. I saw this the other day too. It's like so like
Kawhi
Vegas.
Leonard is above Anthony Edwards right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean the Clippers are number 1 in the West right now, and he's hooping. You know what I mean? He's healthy. He's playing.
That brings it all back to that same conversation we would have with football, because we had this same debate when it became between most valuable player being Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Like, even though that they're the best team, right?
Mhm.
That team is nice. The Clippers are nice in general, bro.
Yes.
All right, so that's not to take any value out of Kawhi Leonard, right?
No.
But with Paul George, with James Harden, with, help me out here.
Russell Westbrook, Norman Powell, Trey Mann, Terrence Mann, sorry, not Trey Mann.
Right.
Ivaka Zubac, Daniel Theis. They're deep. They're talented and deep and extremely well coached.
See, bro, on top of good coaching, like, do you really call Kawhi the most valuable player on his team?
Well, this is why he's on his team. I do think that, well, yes, because when you watch the Clippers, they are extremely talented, and any one of those guys can give you whatever buckets a night, right?
I don't know if we said Harden. Did we also say Harden?
Well, if we didn't, he's definitely got to be mentioned.
Come on, bro.
But watching them, they kind of go as Kawhi. Like Kawhi is their like leader. Even though Paul George is an elite two-way player, right. You know what I'm saying? Like he can guard, he can whatever. But I don't know. It seemed like Kawhi is still the man on that team.
Right.
Like you understand what I'm saying? Like everybody understands, which is probably a testament to Ty Lue and his coaching.
Right.
But Kawhi is the man on that team. When Kawhi gets the ball, everybody gets out of the way. You know what I'm saying? Like and Kawhi is
rightfully so.
And yeah, because he's nice. Don't get it twisted. He's gonna give you the pull up. He's gonna go to the basket. I saw him dunk on somebody from like vertical. It was like ugly, like. But so yeah, so I respect the list, but again, I think it's just sad because you've got somebody like again, Nikola Jokic being at the top of the list, and I don't want to see him as an MVP.
Right.
Again, I'd rather see like a.
You want to see him mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to choose from this list right now, my top 3, I think I'll go Luka, Shai, and then Anthony Edwards.
I'm super curious. Let's see. I would put my top 3 from the list you just said would probably be, in this order, would probably be like Luka Doncic, Shai.
Right. They played earlier today too. I forgot to see the score.
Anthony Edwards, bro.
Yeah, that's my 3. I think
I agree.
I think Donovan Mitchell's playing well. I think Giannis Antetokounmpo is also playing well. Again, Jalen Brunson.
Is Cleveland doing well in general?
Cleveland's doing very well in the East right now. All of these teams, the Mavs have probably the worst record out of all of the teams that these players are associated with.
Nice,
but Luka is a problem. And the Mavericks just made a nice little trade. By the way, the trade deadline just passed.
Right,
it was on Thursday. A lot of good moves. No superstar moves. Nothing like crazy in that aspect. However, a lot of good little pieces. I'll talk about that in a second, but
for sure.
But I do think that Luka Doncic, man, being at the top of that list to me is what it should be. I mean, he's hooping, and you take Luka off of that Mavs team, like
they're not that good.
Like no,
but you know what? That's interesting because I've heard you vouch for the Mavericks like that before.
I like the Mavs. I mean, they're a pseudo rival, I guess you could say, but I like their players. I like Luka. I've always liked Kyrie. I could care less about whatever weird stuff he's got going on outside of the court, but I think skill-wise, he's one of the best basketball players I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I agree.
Legit, like handle underneath the like it's crazy. He caught an alley the other day on some.
I saw that.
Like, come
I
on,
saw that.
Stop playing with me, bro.
They were hyped to talk to him about that on the post interview too. They were like, "Yo, I haven't had one in a while."
Yeah, he does it when he wants to. You know what I mean? But he's nice like that. So
yeah.
But with that being said, a couple of trades that I do want to hit on. So
I got a list of trades right here.
Here we go. Run them down to me.
All right, let's see. From top to bottom.
Let's go.
Let's see. The Mavs received P.J. Washington, a 2024 second round and a 2028 second round for the Hornets, and then the Hornets get Grant Williams, Seth Curry, and a 2027 first round. All
right. So I did see that the Mavs have they actually did another trade too. They got Daniel Gafford as well.
Okay.
From the Wizards. I like that. Defensively, those two guys are in the bottom tier of power forwards and centers. However, they can both put it up in a way because right now they're starting center.
What are you talking about centers? I said Seth Curry.
No, I'm saying P.J. Washington is a power forward that they got.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah. I think I'm on the other side.
No, P.J. Washington's a power forward, and Daniel Gafford, the other trade that they did with the Wizards, is a center. So that's
they're both not really good defensively.
No, but they can score. P.J. Washington can score, and
wasn't P.J. Washington like Jelly Fam, if I'm not mistaken?
No, I don't think so. I think Jelly Fam was more so like what's it called, like guards and stuff. P.J. Washington's a power forward.
Is there a something Washington that was like really well known for Jelly? I remember when Jelly Fam was the thing.
The only guy I remember from Jelly Fam was the kid that played for I think it was Alabama.
Okay.
A kid from Jersey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I do. Oh my God, hold up.
Yeah.
Isaiah Washington.
That's not who I was talking about, but he was part of the Jelly Fam though.
Yeah.
No, I was talking about this other kid that played for Alabama. He was part of. I'm
gonna look it up. Let's see. Alabama, you said he played for?
Yeah. Shoot, man.
Javon Quinterly.
There you go. He was part of the Jelly Fam.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you said that last name just about as good as I could too. So don't even.
How are you? Oh, that's an N.
Yeah,
Quinterly,
something like that.
Right?
Yeah, something like that.
Listen, we're like the masters of butchering last names.
Yeah, we are.
How long was I calling Alton Otong? Be for real.
Yeah, for a while.
So, hey man.
But yeah,
keep going down this trade.
Yeah. But I'm gonna hit on that trade again. They were starting Derek Lively at the Mavs. We're talking about the Mavs right now.
Right.
So having those two guys, because they actually traded Grant Williams low key because he wasn't really liked around the locker room.
Really?
Right. So I don't know if you've noticed, like Grant Williams is one of those guys where he
didn't he have beef with
Jimmy Butler? He likes to talk. He likes to talk mess, but Grant Williams.
He's not that nice.
Who's Grant Williams? You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
And listen, I'm all about the whole competitive things, but you're talking to Jimmy Butler that way, you really gonna get. And what did you do? You got Jimmy Butler hot, and what did he do? He ended up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like there's certain people, like especially like big name guys and guys who are established in the NBA, they might take offense to that. Like, yo, bro, like, you for real? Like, I'll torch you in here. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'll
like,
embarrass you.
Right.
Here,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying? So, with that being said, they got him up out of there. So now he's in Charlotte. But I like the trade between the Mavs and like the move that the Mavs made. So I think that it gives them offense. It makes them a little bigger in size.
Yeah. 100%.
So I could see the Mavs ending up. 'Cause I think they're like the 8th seed right now, a game ahead of the Lakers. So I could see them, with this move maybe ending up, I don't know, like a 5th or 6th seed.
Yeah.
Am I right? Let me see. Western Conference, 8th seed. Man, I'm
seed.
good.
Yeah, on the money.
Sheesh.
Come on, bro. It's almost as if you know
it's
what you're
almost
talking
as
about.
if. It's almost. Who knows?
So
what else we got? What other?
I'm not gonna talk about all of them, but I'm gonna talk about the mentionable ones. The ones that are worth mentioning.
Yes.
We talked about this upstairs. The Thunder add Gordon Hayward from the Hornets.
Yeah, I was having a conversation about this the other day. I think it was yesterday because it's Saturday. Yeah, and somebody, my boy didn't think that Gordon Hayward was anything to move the needle about. And
he was nice before his injury.
You're right, and he's right. It's not anything to move the needle about, but OKC right now is what, the 2nd seed, right?
Yeah. OKC's
the 4th seed. Oh, see, Timberwolves and everybody's balling. So Clippers, they took the Clippers out of that 1st seed. Hooping, man, I love it. I love the Western Conference,
dude. Yeah, it's really competitive.
I love it, dude. I love it. But anyway, so it puts the Thunder there. The Thunder are a really young team. Right, with not a whole bunch of playoff experience, as talented as they are. So I think somebody like Gordon Hayward, even though he doesn't have a ridiculous amount of playoff experience, he's been in the league forever.
He went to the playoffs with who? The Celtics?
The Celtics, when he was on the Celtics team, yeah.
Okay.
So
he was injured that year, though.
Yeah, but I believe that Gordon Hayward brings that, like I've seen everything in this league. You know what I mean? So I think he's a good addition. I give it like I give it like a B- grade if I had to grade it.
A veteran presence is not gonna hurt anybody.
No, and especially a guy like Gordon Hayward who can do a little bit. He's a multi-tool guy.
Right.
He's gonna rebound. He can give you 12 to 13 points a night.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He can 3 to 4 assists. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's decent.
Exactly what you need off the bench.
Right. So I like it. I like it for the OKC.
So
B-.
The Thunder got Gordon Hayward, and the Hornets received Vasilije Micic.
Yeah. Anybody that the Hornets got is not even worth mentioning. To be honest,
wow.
Before I even look at that thing, because no disrespect, but Gordon Hayward is one of those guys who, it was one of those give me a chance to compete for a championship type of trades. Like, you guys are going to be rebuilding. You guys want to stock up on, the Hornets I'm talking about. You guys want to stock up on, draft picks and all that stuff like that. So,
they're trying to find a gem to team up with Melo over there. They're trying.
Melo's, he's a whole different story. I mean, I think he's a good player, but
overrated?
Yeah, I think he's rated right where he should be. I don't think he's.
What rating is that, David?
Bottom 15 point guards in the league.
Wow.
I mean, he stays hurt.
All right, I think we mentioned one more trade. Here we go. You were talking about this also. Talking about how the Knicks traded for Bogdanovich and Alec Burks.
This one I like, man.
The Pistons get Evan Fournier, Malachi Flynn, Quentin Grimes, and Ryan Arcidiacono. That is not Arcidiacono. Arcidiacono. I don't know. Arcidiacono. 2 future second-round picks and cash considerations for Alec Burks and Bojan Bogdanovic. I wanted to say this because I do have a little bit of basketball knowledge. Wasn't Alec Burks already a Knick in his past?
100%.
Come on, bro.
Come on, dude.
Fun fact, the last Knick game that I went to was the Flash Tour. When Dwayne Wade played in MSG for the last time.
Oh, man.
I was there with my cousin. Shout out Nico. Big Heat fan.
Nice.
That was the last game Alec Burks was a Knick. That's the last game Porzingis was a Knick. And that was the last game that someone else. But yeah, I remember like the next, and I was never heavy into basketball.
Right.
But I like watching it. So
Yeah.
my cousin had hit me up, was like, yo, a lot of those players we saw yesterday aren't even Knicks anymore. And
That's
I was
crazy.
like, damn, really?
It'd be
And
like
I
that.
remember it was Alec Burks. So welcome back to the Knicks, Alec Burks. I'm not welcoming you. I'm a Laker fan, but I hope they welcome you back with open arms.
So 100%. I will say again, and I will say it every episode if I need to, because like I said upstairs, you cut one vein, it's purple and gold over here. The other vein, it's green. So I am a Laker fan. However, I like the Knicks.
You gotta respect the Knicks.
I got a little like I said before. I believe that, and not just being from the tri-state area, but I believe that when New York teams are good in sports, it benefits. We are the Mecca, are we not?
Correct.
So it's like when New York does good, like think about when basketball players go to the Garden. Yeah. They go to the Garden to show up. They go to the Garden to play. Right. So it's like it's that atmosphere. It's like if you've been to a Knick game, you'll know. You know what I'm saying? Like
crazy.
Even the preseason, like Knick fans are Knick fans. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Their fan base is
diehard.
Oh, let me ask you this. I had this conversation with someone maybe a couple weeks ago. I'd love to know your answer. I'm not sure. Did we talk about this? No, I think this was on the show actually. But now that the Knicks are a little better, now that the Yankees look like they're making a couple moves, now that the Jets might be a little more solidified, hopefully the Giants figure it out. You know. Mm-hmm. Who's the strongest fan base in New York now? Out of all New York sports.
The strongest fan base?
Strongest.
What's your definition of strong in this aspect, in this topic?
I guess strong to me would probably be like diehards. Because it's easy to be a fan of, a team that looks cool, like I'm not pointing fingers at nobody, but a lot of people like the Raiders because the Raiders are black and whatever, this and that. And, there's people that live their whole life in New Jersey and New York. Oh, I like the Giants, but they don't really like the Giants. They just like wearing the NY blue and red. You know what I mean? Like, what fan base to you is like, out of all New York sports, rain or shine, those fans are into the sport?
I think
I have an answer in my head.
I think it might be the Knicks. Baseball would be an extremely close second, but like my problem with Yankee fans, and you can put this on me a little bit too, but we're kind of spoiled.
Hell yeah.
100%. So it's like, so when we don't,
you're not making me upset by that.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
they're the Lakers.
We could be like, sometimes they can be a little finicky and this and this and that, but I've seen Knick fans like suck.
Yeah.
And be like, we finna win it.
Knick fans are
like,
angry.
Like
also.
winning what, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's one of those things. I'm so glad that Peter's not here because he's a Knicks fan. I'm so glad that there's this perspective right now, right? Where there's two Laker fans talking about this. Yo, it's really easy to piss off a Knicks fan. How easy is it? When was the last time y'all da-da-da?
Yeah.
That's it.
What?
Yo, this guy thinks he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah. But regardless of the fact, so for that question, I guess in my opinion, I'd probably say the Knicks because football, I think in any other scenario, in any other like city or whatever, I think it might have been football, right? Because football fans are nuts.
Right.
But because New York is divided with the Giants and the Jets,
right,
and on top of that, the stadium isn't in New York; it's in Rutherford and everything like that.
Facts.
So it's more Jersey than
where
anything.
The World Cup is gonna be.
Exactly. I hope they fix the field by that point. But anyway, so yeah, so right. I would say Knicks fans.
I have two answers in my head. One of them, the first one that came to mind, honestly, is the Mets.
Mets fans are pretty loyal.
Mets fans are very loyal.
They're
the
pretty
last time
loyal.
the Mets were nice, besides like the last spurt years in the 2000s, the 80s. It was all the 80s. That was when the Mets were nice. So for you to wait until then or now.
Yeah, but how long have the Knicks been waiting too? I use
the
it as
Knicks
the same.
too. I'm not denying the Knicks and how loyal they are or aren't, but I think that when you're not a good baseball team, at least like, all right, I'll put it like this: even if the Knicks suck, you're watching basketball. You know what I mean? And maybe that's just me because I'm not a baseball head. But if your baseball team sucks, it's already slow.
I don't know. I think
you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, now I gotta watch 3 hours of a L.
That is rough.
You know what I'm saying, bro? You gotta get stuck in that baseball home traffic.
To be honest with you, man, I don't want to take it away from any New York team except for probably the Giants and the Jets because it is so divided. But when it comes to the Yankees, Mets, Knicks, Rangers,
I was about to say that was my other one, the Rangers.
Like I think that New York, they ride for their teams, man. We just ride, and we're finicky, and we're spoiled, and we like to win. And if we're not winning, you're going to hear about it. But you know what? We're still going to be at those games, whining and complaining.
And that's why they're the Mecca.
Whining and complaining, and we're going to be there. So, talking about the Knicks, getting into that, I want to talk about that trade. Because I believe before this happened, and they got OG Anunoby.
Right.
I thought it was a very good move. I thought OG Anunoby fit exactly what they needed, and what they gave up for him made sense and everything. But I didn't think that necessarily moved the needle, right?
Right.
Jalen Brunson is becoming a superstar. Obviously, look, he's in MVP conversations now and stuff like that. So there's that superstar that you need. So the thing is that nowadays you need either 2 to 3 superstars, right? Or you need a superstar and a lot of good and a couple all-stars and then a lot of good role players to back them up, right? So if Jalen Brunson's your superstar, then who are your all-stars? Julius Randle, right? That's probably the only guy I would say. But then you get into a place where, with that, especially with this trade with Bojan and Alec Burks, you get into a place where now you're really deep and you got some really good role players on backing these guys up. My whole thing was
that's the formula now.
My whole thing was, is Tom Thibodeau has the tendency to run that 9-man lineup. If you've been watching basketball, if you know Thibodeau, he loves that 9-man rotation.
Right.
So being that deep in a sense doesn't necessarily mean too much if you're only going to run the 9 guys, right? But running the 9 guys in the playoffs is good. However, in the season, you can burn some people out.
100%.
So I feel like Jalen Brunson, my fear was him burning Jalen Brunson out. But I feel like having Alec Burks there, which is a big guard, a guy that is a veteran, Tom Thibodeau trusts. He can handle the ball. He can shoot. Back home. I don't even know if he's from New York or anything like that. But and then you also add Bogdanovich, who's another guard, forward. He can defend multiple positions. He's not the best defender, but he can defend.
Right.
He can create his own shot. He's shooting over 40%, I believe, from the 3-point.
Right.
So it's like averaging 20. Alec Burks is averaging 20 on the Pistons. Like, these are good pickups, man. Mm-hmm. And a healthy Knick team,
a problem.
Especially when Mitchell Robinson comes back. A healthy.
Oh my God, I forgot about Mitchell Robinson.
A healthy Knick team, dude.
And a healthy young Knick team, so that might last them a little bit.
Yeah, man.
God
they might.
If they can all.
I mean, they look like they're going for it, which is cool.
Yeah,
I
definitely like that too. Now, another thing that we wanted to talk about is the Rising Stars roster is out, correct, David?
Yes. So the Rising Stars roster. So the Rising Stars is going to be a little bit different this time around. So it's going to feature a 3-game mini tournament among 4 teams comprised of NBA rookies, sophomores, and NBA G League players. So there's 4 teams. Team Pau, which is Pau Gasol. Team Tamika Catchings. Team Jalen, Jalen Rose. And the G League team, which is coached by Shrimp Detlef or something like that. Detlef Shrimp. It's a weird name. Sorry if I butcher it. This is what we do here.
This is the butcher shop.
This is the butcher shop. So it's game 1, Team A versus Team B. Game 2, Team C versus Team D. And game 3, winner of game 1 versus winner of game 2. So, it's pretty cool. If you want to know, should I give them the little lineups?
Yeah, real quick. We can
Real
hit
quick.
with some lineups.
All right, so Team Pau, he had the first pick. He obviously picked Victor Wembanyama. So Team Pau is Victor Wembanyama, Brandon Miller, Brandon Pajimski, Jaime Jaquez, Jabari Smith Jr., Kason Wallace, and Bilal Kalabi. If you don't know who these guys are, pretty good. Victor Wembanyama obviously being the big name there on the Spurs. The Brandon Miller's actually coming into his own over there in Charlotte. I like that kid. Brandon Pajimski plays behind. He's like a point guardish over there in the Warriors. Jaime Jaquez, the Heat. Jabari Smith, Rockets. Kason Wallace, Thunder. And then Bilal on the Wizards.
Nah, and Jaime Jaquez is no joke.
Jaime Jaquez also in the dunk contest this year.
Is he really?
Yeah, he is. I'll talk about that in a second. Let me just real quick. And then Team Tamika, Paulo Banchero from the Magic, Jaden Ivey, Pistons, Jalen Duran, Pistons, Keegan Murray on the Kings, Scoot Henderson from the Blazers, Keontae George from the Jazz, Dyson Daniels on the Pelicans. Also, by the way, real quick, Lakers played the Pelicans last night. Watched that whole game from top to bottom. Great game. All 5 of our starters had 20-plus points.
Shout that out real quick.
Clap that out
for the Lake show.
D'Angelo Russell is playing like the D-Lo that I've always wanted him to play like.
Like Nets playoff D-Lo?
Yeah, and it's making me happy.
That's what's up, bro. Honestly, he deserved to have a comeback kind of a season where he's doing that consistently.
That's a fact.
It's been a while since, because you always knew he could do it.
He's always been nice. He was number 2 pick in the draft. He was nice. Nice.
And obviously, everybody already knows it's not his first time being a Lakers. He had to prove it this time around.
That's a fact.
He could do it.
Third team, Team Jalen. He's got Chet Holmgren, Thunder, Jalen Williams, Thunder, Benedict Mathurin, Pacers, Shaedon Sharp for the Blazers, Derek Lively, Mavericks, Jordan Hawkins, Pelicans, Walker Kessler, Jazz, and Jeremy Shohan from the Spurs.
Okay.
So, yeah. And then there's these G League players. Honestly, I don't know them too well for Team Detlef. Eisen Alsama, Matiz Buzelis, Ron Holland.
I remember last week, but not to cut you off. I remember obviously it didn't make it to the show, right? But I remember you were having a very hard time pronouncing these last names.
Yeah,
and we officially got through it. I can give it one more chance if you want.
You want to?
You want to pass it on over? Let's hit me with this laptop real quick, David. Let's see what it's all about. Aizan Almansa, Matas Buzelis, Ron Holland. That was really
crazy accent. Ron Holland.
Mac McClung, Tyler Smith. This is the one that.
One.
Oscar Tsitsube. Oscar Tsitsube. It was kind of like it starts with TS, so I'm assuming that it's like General Tso chicken.
Okay.
But what's bothering me is there's a H right after.
Well, because he's like probably Nigerian or something like that.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I have no idea what his name
is. I know the player.
Oscar Tsube. That's how I would say it. Tsube. Alondes Williams.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
So
I can read or whatever.
So unfortunately, we don't know any of those players.
Right.
But I will say the team I think I like the most out of these guys is Team Jalen.
I think I agree with you.
Chet Holmgren's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Williams is a problem. Benedict Mathurin, another problem. Shaedon Sharp, like that kid out of the Blazers. Sharp is injured and will not play. Replaced by Shohan. Okay.
Go.
Well, Derek Lively, I like that kid. Jordan Hawkins out of UConn, really good, man, on the Pelicans. He's young. He's like 19, but he's a sharpshooter, dude. He's nice. I think he's going to do well in the league in the future. Walker Kessler, I like him too. And Jeremy Shohan's cool. So I like Team Jalen.
Wasn't Shohan on the Warriors originally?
No, he was on the Spurs. The Spurs drafted him.
Okay.
He was always. I think he might be like French. You know how the Spurs always get like these international players and stuff like that. But he's pretty good, the kid.
That's awesome, man.
So with that being said, we also have got the slam dunk contest.
There you go.
Which we mentioned. So in the slam dunk contest, we've got Jaylen Brown, Jaime Jaquez, Mac McClung, and Jacob Toppin. Now, I think what they did is pick two.
Toppin?
Yeah, that's Obi Toppin's brother.
Is it really?
100%. He plays for the Knicks G League team. Yeah.
Nah, I didn't know
that.
Yeah. That is fire, bro.
Yeah.
And Obi Toppin can dunk. So
yeah. Obi Toppin's on the Pacers now, but yeah.
He is. So let me ask you. So his brother's in the G League.
Yes, and so is Mac McClung. So I think that what they did is that they got 2 NBA players and then 2 G League players
to show off their
promote the G League, and also because it's a cash reward, like it's a cash prize for
so
whoever
it's
wins
good
this.
For the G League players.
Exactly. You might make more in the dunk contest than you make all year in the G League. You know what I'm saying? Because I think the G League salary is like $50,000 or something like that. Like it's like a regular 9 to 5.
Have you ever seen Jacob Toppin play before?
No, I have not. But I mean, I've seen a couple highlights. I just know that he's athletic, just like his brother.
Just like he's like kind of play style.
Yeah,
similar.
I think Obi's better,
right.
which is why Jacob's still in the G League. But hey, this is a chance for you to showcase, right?
Yeah. For all the people that watch NBA and all the NBA heads.
Right. So go out there and do it.
Yeah. Hey, who knows, man?
So
that's the beauty of it too. It really gives a certain light to players that they might not have gotten, even though they are in the G League, and that puts them in a light in themselves. Just to separate yourself from the crowd for a second and show, hey, I'm good enough to put me on TV for NBA. Like, it's something.
The one thing I will say, though, is that I'm actually pretty surprised that Jaylen Brown is
in it.
Is in it. Jaylen Brown's a superstar, dude. Like, the man's getting paid $40 million a year.
He doesn't need to do the dunk contest.
You don't got to do the dunk contest. So, I don't know if it's like... And they ask you, too. Like, they've asked LeBron every year since he's been in the league if he'll do a dunk contest, and he's never done it. You know?
He's never done it?
He's never done a dunk contest.
That's insane.
Never, I think he might have did a dunk contest in for the All-American, like the McDonald's stuff and stuff like that.
Okay.
Or like a high school dunk contest.
I've seen that.
Yeah, but he's never done like a NBA dunk contest. So Jaylen Brown doing one, I'm not saying to not, because again, like a lot of superstars don't do that. So I don't know if this is... I don't know how to take it. I think I would have I'm pretty sure that if I look around, I could find another young player, right, with not a lot of notoriety that could dunk his behind off, you know, and would be better suited than some guy who's already made. Because what is he going to tell me? Oh, the proceeds are going to go to charity. Yeah, I know. But why don't you give it to, why don't you give a chance to some kid who, just to get his name out there?
This is how I see it, right? The way I see it is they're bringing G League players into the contest as well. Mm-hmm. So maybe they're not looking to have the dunk contest as popularized as it once was, as like being the best of the best. Maybe they're looking at it more so like, let's elevate the G League a little bit by offering players from the NBA that aren't as dominant of dunkers. Because I can think of like 5 people off top that could probably dunk better than those 2.
Yeah.
Let's be real. And some of them that, look, if we're talking about players, like there's certain players right now I'd love to see in a dunk contest. I'd love to see Anthony Edwards in a dunk contest. I'd love to see, I know he's injured, but Ja Morant, I would love to see Ja Morant in the dunk contest. Like we already said LeBron, but he's probably not going to do it. Zion, maybe?
Yeah.
Like there's
people.
Even though Zion is a big name, there's bigger names.
Yeah.
But I think it's their chance to kind of like use the platform of the All-Star Weekend as like the middle playing field between the 2 leagues, and I like how they're doing it.
Right. I think, and I may be wrong, but I also believe that the way that they go about choosing the dunk contest participants is by like your dunk percentages throughout the year. So if Jaime Jaquez, like he gets to the rim.
Right.
So maybe that's what it is. Maybe they figure, oh, you know what I mean? Like, or Jaylen Brown, a lot of his plays are dunked. I don't know. I don't really know. I'm not a GM. I'm not back there, so.
But I like it, though. I like what they're doing.
Yeah. And then we got another real quick, an important, cool event is the three-point contest.
Right.
So in that, we've got Malik Beasley, Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Halliburton, Damian Lillard, Lauri Markkanen, Donovan Mitchell, Karl Anthony Towns, and Trae Young.
I like it.
I like it too.
I think that's a great lineup, to be honest with you.
I like
I'm not
it too.
upset with any of those. Markkanen is like the go-to guy for these little contests they have now.
If I have to pick a winner right now, give me I think Karl Anthony Towns won it last year, if I'm not mistaken, or like the year before. Yeah,
I definitely remember.
If I'm not mistaken, so. But you know what, man? I'm gonna give it to Trae because Trae, I'll mention it right now, was an All-Star snub in the beginning. Him and Scotty Barnes are now in the All-Star roster.
Shout out to them.
So shout out to them. But with that being said, I think Trae, he's got like one of those chip on his shoulder kind of guys, like
as he should.
As he
he's
should.
A hawk.
Yeah, but he's also nice as hell, though.
Super nice.
So, and I think that he can pull it from anywhere too. So, give me Trae Young as mine.
All right, just to not pick the same one as you, because I also think that Trae Young has a good chance. I'm gonna go with Dame. I'm gonna go with Dame. I feel like Dame's a sleeper. Don't sleep on my man. That's all I'm saying. He's not my man. Like not to say I'm a diehard Dame Lillard fan, but I've seen that man pull it from unrealistic distance. The same as Trae Young and the same as a lot of these players, but I don't know, man. I think that
I think Tyrese Halliburton is going. I've seen his shot.
His too.
No, I've seen his shot though. It's so unorthodox.
So you don't think he has a chance being consistent as these other players?
No, I think it's all about like rhythm. Like you're gonna see, you watch like a guy like Malik Beasley.
Right.
Like he's gonna be in like those final rounds, I think.
Right.
Cause it's like all that like that rhythm and like the way Tyrese Halliburton shoots, he seems more to me like an in-game guy. Get his shot because it's more of like a push shot.
Right.
So I don't know how that's gonna really translate, like because you're like standing right at the line. I don't know.
And that doesn't mean he's not a good shooter.
No, it doesn't mean he's not a good shooter. Just a little unorthodox.
Right.
Like, some shots look pretty and some shots don't, and I think some shots are a little bit more suited to a contest than they are like a game.
Yeah, they translate differently.
Exactly.
So, if you don't mind, I think it'd be really funny.
All right.
If I said the MLB news.
As you should, because.
So, I'm going to try and say this really quick. There's two little bullet points here that Petey left me. Shout out Petey. First off, maybe you can join me with a communal. As we mentioned, Jose Altuve got a 5-year, $125 million contract.
Sound the trash cans.
Had to bring that one back. Listen, man. He's a great player, but as Yankee fans, you can't celebrate anything that is Houston. Unapologetically, I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that. I could care less.
And on the second note, as I Google the name of this second person he put, Bobby Witt Jr. is officially gotten a contract, 11-year, $288 million contract extension with the Royals. Apparently he's worth it. I would love to tell you guys more about that, but unfortunately our baseball guy is not exactly in the building at the moment. So take with that what you will. There's time dwindling down until MLB comes around, and as we get deeper in the show, I'm gonna have more and more to talk about as I learn alongside with you guys who are listening. So
100%.
Very funny, and I'm not gonna spoil it too much, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say that that's all we got for today. Tune in next week. We're gonna have a little all-star game, little conversation coming up, and this is something that David's been waiting for his whole life. So on that note, I'll talk to you guys later, and I'll see ya.